Gold Module 3 Live. I am so excited to have you all here with us today because we are going to talk about two things. One thing is we're going to talk about Google+. And I sent out your homework ahead of time so that you could all have an opportunity to put Google+ together for you. And we're going to talk together about what that was like and why we're doing that. So first of all, let's start with why. Why is because right now Google+ is a community that has no censoring other than, of course, you have to be 18 or whatever it is, our normal laws. But like Facebook many, many years ago, you can actually connect to different people, as many as you want to. If they choose to connect back with you, that's awesome. If they don't, that's okay too. But we are actually working with a suite, Google suite of 3 different products. One is the Chrome, the Google Chrome, which we need to use for our Hangouts. Another is the YouTube, and then the third is Google+. So anytime you put up information on YouTube, it automatically goes on Google+. So what we're doing today will go on Google+ as well. And you have to go back into YouTube if you do record it and broadcast it live and private so that not everybody can see it. And that's what I have to do with this class when we get done with it. But right now, we are trying to announce the class so that other people can watch it if they want to and find out what this is all about. So I'm excited to have all of you here. And the reason that I'm telling you to do Google+ is not only just because I want you to have that visibility, because that's the big part of this class, but also because you will eventually have people that show up just to watch you on the show. And let me tell you why I say that. When I was on a 12-week reality show, I was really surprised to see how many people showed up at the party at the end to meet me. I had no idea that there were about 140,000 people watching us. And of course, I was just my cut-up self. I was having a blast, really enjoying myself, not realizing that there were so many people watching me. And truthfully, I was in the garage, as I've told you before, with my little room divider behind me in front of my garbage cans and my car in front of me, just thinking I was there all by myself, not at all realizing how many people were watching. So we are putting this on publicly so that people can watch and get to know you, get to know your business, get to know what you do, and that's one of the things that I want to reiterate today. And I also want to talk about the biggest challenge that you might have. Now, I know some of you reached out to me and said that you were having a hard time putting your header on Google+. And that makes perfect sense because they don't make it easy for us. They have a small header compared to the other things that we utilize. So you may need to crop it down in order to get the title up there. I actually had to make it smaller. I went to my Adobe Photoshop and resized my banner so that I could put it on there. And so when you look at it, you'll see that that's what I did. Debbie was telling me that she cut off her picture on there because our picture's on there anyway. So you could cut your picture off and then just have what you do right next to you. So that's a couple of ideas. Then what you want to do, and as I sent to you in your homework, is to go to the right side and click on the people that are over there. You could also go to the left. If you click on the people on the left, then you'll be able to fill in the names of people you actually want to put on your Google+. Otherwise, they provide people that they think you know if you do the one on the right side. And what you're going to want to do is, when you click on a person, you'll see, I sent you in your homework, there's a box there that drops down, and it gives you some suggestions for where you could put these people. But I suggest you put them all in business, so that you just have one circle to worry about, one circle to share, and it'll make it much more time efficient and easy. So at the bottom of the box it says create a circle. So if you create that circle, you can put in business, which is what I showed you to do, and then everybody that you have in your circle, you can add to business. If you put it in others before, and I showed you that I did, so anytime someone comes up and it says they're in 2 circles or 3 circles or 4 circles, I go back and I uncheck them for everything but business, because I really only want one circle to focus on. So I hope all of you have had a chance to do that. And then what you'll do is when your YouTube goes out, when your Google Hangout, such as what we're doing today, goes out, it will only go out to that one circle. It will only, everything you do business-wise will go to business people. And you can put the family there because they want to know what you're doing too. And it has spiritual friends and all kinds of things like that. But I don't think we need to define it. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm going to ask you to raise your hand for questions in a few minutes, but the other thing I want to share with you is about the Google Hangout. There were a few questions about when you set up your Google Hangout, what is it that you want, who do you want to invite, in other words? So you can invite the public like I did for this one, or maybe you just invite your circle. You have an option there. Or you could just put some names in there like we do when we send out our invite. Just put the names in, it'll pop up, and then you just click on that name and you can invite those people. It's very, very easy. The only thing that's cumbersome is the internet. Now, today I have my internet is actually hardwired into my system. And you can still see, at least I do, that there's some lagging. And there's nothing we can do about that. As long as the sound is good, it's okay. There's nothing to worry about. Because people will watch if the sound is good, but and if the picture quality isn't as good, they can live with that. But if the sound is poor and the picture quality is good, we're done. It's a done deal. So we always want to make sure that the sound is good no matter what. And I'll use a perfect example. We had our Sales Summit training, and I'm telling you this to let you know that I make mistakes too. We're all learning this together. And I found out that because I had hardwired my microphone into the camera, it was my handheld mic, and it was not battery operated. The camera was charging it rather than it being battery operated. It caused a hum in the videos, which really disappointed me. So now I have to do those videos over again. So those of you who would like to participate again, we'll be setting up another time. Or those of you who didn't get a chance to participate, will also set, you'll be included too. And I'm just very disappointed, but you know what? This is part of our learning experience. So I know that we have to accept these mistakes, because what do I always say? They're just stepping stones to our success, right? I know all of you have heard me say that so many times, and I make mistakes just like everybody else. It's just part of the game. So if somebody has a question about what I presented so far, raise your hand so I can unmute you. Anybody? Iris, did I see you raise your hand?
Oh, okay.
Iris?
She's muted.
I hear you now.
Hi,
So,
Lori, who wants to ask a question.
oh, it's Lori. Thank you. Okay, Lori, go ahead.
Can you invite more than one circle?
Yeah, can you what? I'm sorry?
Can you invite more than one circle? Or are you only just inviting one circle?
Well, I invited the public as a whole on mine. And
Nice.
yes, you can invite more than one circle if you have more than one circle. I don't have more than one circle. That's what I was saying. It's so much easier if you have only one, because then just everybody gets invited And then if they have questions, you know what they saw. You don't have to be confused about what one person saw as opposed to another person.
Okay. My question is, if I did a class that people were paying for, and I just wanted to invite that class, but I didn't want to type their names in every time, so I put them into a circle, and I could just invite that circle?
You can, but it's going to go through Google. You just have to know that. So anybody that is that has a different kind of an email than Google's email, then you will not be inviting them because they won't get that invitation.
Okay, so when you invite the public, anybody can watch it, so those knowing it's at a certain time can be ready to watch it at that time.
Correct. But
Okay.
they will watch the other link that is not, they will not be on the Hangout. The people
Okay.
that you invite, such as all of you, are able to get on the Hangout. When you invite the public, they're only watching the link of all of us on the Hangout.
Okay.
Okay? Anybody else have a question? Cynthia.
Charlene, so right now you're broadcasting, that's the right word, broadcasting to the public. And if you
Yes.
wanted more people to come to that, and we wanted more people to come to that, should we be advertising that link, like on posting it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or?
Yes. Yes, and you can get that link easily. When you go to the Google Hangout, you'll see that link for the public.
And where would we see that? Because I'm under what?
Well, it's hard for me to share that with you right now, but if you go to that page where you could just click on to the Hangout, remember I talked to you about the right side of the page?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See this over here? Okay? Yeah. This right here is the right side of the page. But when you go to this right here, it'll also have a link that you can utilize to put it on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever.
And how much in advance can that link be provided so people have time to get in?
You know, when I was taught, I was told that they couldn't provide the link more than 5 or 10 minutes ahead of time. But today, I tried it 15 minutes ahead of time, and you guys all got it. So I'm going to try and do it. We'll practice this week, or maybe some of you could practice this week and see if you can get the link even sooner. But what you need to do is set the time first that you are going to have the Google Hangout, and then see if the link pops up how soon. And then you could put it up on everything else that you want them to watch.
But there's different links, one to watch and one to be in the Hangout itself, like we are.
Right. So when you want people to be in the Hangout, like I wanted all of you to be in the Hangout, so I invited each one of you individually. Mm-hmm. If you wanted the other people to watch, then you could send it out to your circle. But what's going to happen at this point right now is it's going to be a recorded class, and it's going to go out to the whole circle. Got it?
Well, I just got confused right now because you said it's going to be a recorded class and it's going to go out to the whole circle. I thought because it's a paid program, the recording only goes to us who paid for it. The public can
Correct, Cynthia. And as I said a little bit earlier, what I said, Cynthia, was we need to go back in after it's been recorded on YouTube and make it so it's private to your paid people. That's the only ones who see it.
And you're going to be sharing information about how to do that? Because I think that's, for me, that would be the most useful, like how to go live, how to go public live and record it, and then the recording only go private, because I think that's a lot of the things I'm going to be doing. How to do recorded live and then also send out the recording live, so like for free things. Because I think it's really, to me, free versus paid.
Yes, I got it. Okay.
And
So you want to know how to record live, how to do public live, meaning while you're broadcasting?
Yes.
Okay, while broadcasting. And what was the other thing?
And then how to, okay, so how to make it broadcast live and then send the recording. How to record it, but it doesn't go live ever. Like if you really don't want it going out to the public even momentarily.
Uh-huh.
And then how...
Well, if you want that, then you don't put that it's going to be live. I wanted it live, so I put that I wanted it to be live. I set the time that it was going to be actually playing, so that if people wanted to come and watch it live, they could. So I set the time. I said it was going to be from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. And that sends an announcement out to your circle that says that's the time that the class is going to be live. See, if you record it live, then you can go back in and change it, as I said. And you can also share the link that you recorded on YouTube. So I think our next session, we probably need to talk about YouTube and how that works. And also, many of you have your celebrity guest expert promo, and you can share that as well. And some of you have seen that I've been sharing your 30-second promo on Google+, if you've been keeping your eye open for it. So you never know when people are sharing information about you, and it's good to check your email so that you do know, and you do know what people are seeing. There was a time when I didn't do that, and then people were saying, I saw you doing such and so, and I said, really? I didn't even know you saw me doing such and so. Well, it's because I didn't think to look at my email at that time and watch what people were doing with my videos or videos that I was on. So you need to make sure that you watch and see what people are seeing so that you can discuss whatever they saw with, like you make sense, like you're aware. Don't be like I was.
And so you're going to go over all those different...
Does anybody else?
Like, you can make it not be live, but recorded. Like, if it's a very private, paid program, you can make it just be recorded, but not live, and then you can send that to the paid people. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
I think we need all those different scenarios listed, and then how to create that.
Okay. That's not hard. That's very easy.
That would be really great, because I'd like to practice doing public Google Hangouts, and I'd like to actually practice inviting people to these Hangouts, because I think just like your 12-week reality show, we can get a following watching and talking about lighting and getting to know us better, and I think that would be really great if we're all advertising it. Let's see if we can get 140,000 people on viewers. I think that would be fabulous.
Yeah, it would be fabulous, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like that idea.
Sumaya, okay, so go ahead.
Great.
I have a question.
I was just seconding the motion that Cynthia made, because those are all the things that I want to know. And then I have a further question. Let's say that myself and my co-host were on a Google Hangout, whether it's live, recorded. Let's say it's live. If somebody from the audience wants to contribute, is there a way to have them be visual, or do they just have to be on a chat, or how would that work? If we want to take questions from the
really good question, Sumaya. That's a great question. So you're asking if they would need to be on a chat in order to participate, and the answer is yes. If you look over on the left side of your Hangout, and you'll see that there is a place that they can chat.
What does the icon look like?
So
Oh, I
what you
see.
can
Yeah.
do is go to your Hangout,
Mm-hmm.
and then people can actually chat.
Mm-hmm. I
So you
see.
see, if you click that blue box at the top,
It's the blue box, yeah, with the white lines.
Mm-hmm.
yes, so I can see what it is that you type in there. If you want to say something to me without saying it on air, you can put it in that blue box at the bottom. And also, like Cynthia just did, she said, "Hi,
Yeah.
Sumaya." You see that?
Yeah, I do. I don't see where I would type, but
It's at the bottom of the
You
page.
guys can
Three things
oh,
like
I
for
see. It's at the bottom. Got it. Yeah.
And our viewers
Yeah.
can chat there too, if they're not
Yes.
but they're just on chat. They're just on viewing.
But then
Yes, they're on
everybody who's watching
the
could
chat and
see.
ask questions.
But not. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. So we're all able to chat because you can see us, but people that we can't see that are just viewing, can they chat with us?
Yes. Yes. So
Great.
when you're giving a class, if it's an outside person and they want to participate or ask a question and you're live, then they can go ahead and ask that question, and then you can say, well, such and so just asked this question. It comes up with their picture and everything, just like it does for all of you. And they ask the question, and then you just repeat the question if you're hosting it, and then you can answer their questions. So when I had you all on mute, if you wanted to say something to me, and I could just look at the chat and see what it is that you needed help with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay?
That's good to know.
Idea, but do you want to hear it?
Sure.
What if we invited friends that are not in this, colleagues, friends, clients that are not in this paid program to join like a Facebook event? We could invite them to and have the Google link on there, and then they can come and they can chat with us online. They can't be on like we're on, but let's kind of like purposely create an opportunity for people to come and be with us.
I think that's an awesome idea, Cynthia. I like that idea a lot. If you want to take that on, that's awesome.
Okay, so I'll create for next Monday, I'll create a Facebook event page, and then I'll ask you guys to all join it, and then invite your friends, and like pick 3 to 5 people that you think would come on and actually chat with us, so that they can, you know, really start the buzz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. And Linda, see, I'm looking at Linda, and it says, maybe the chat is how you get your question answered. Yeah, that's exactly right, Linda. You know, I don't even have, I have the chat box too. So if everybody can see the run of chats. So if I don't want to address that right now, I can just type into the chat the answer to your question without having to address it on air.
So I have a question.
Okay, Debbie.
You had said that I noticed on the right side all these people popped up and I added them into my business. You said something about the left side. Are there people you can find there too? I lost you when you mentioned that.
Okay, so all right, I'm going to hold this up, and you can see it?
Uh-huh.
The right side, if you fall out of the Google Hangout for some reason, and there's 9 of you and 1 of me, so that's 10 people. So if you happen to fall out of the Google Hangout, you can just go to the right side and click on that. You don't have to be invited in again, all right?
No, that's
So
not what I was,
if
that
you
wasn't
come
what I was
over here
talking
to the
about.
left side and you click here, if you click the link over here, it's going to put you right into the Google Hangout for viewing, not for participation in the Hangout. So you have an option for one or the other.
What I was referring to was adding people to our circles. I'm not talking about being on a live Hangout, but when we're in our Google Hangout, our Google Plus page, and it has all the people that we know and we can add them. I thought you had mentioned there were people on the left as well, and I missed that. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. But you know this little part up here where it says events and all of that on this side? Can you see it?
No.
Remember the event, and you go down here and you click on the Google Hangout. Remember that? If you just click the drop-down box, you'll see people. It'll say people. And then you can click on that and go in and select specific people that you want to have in that circle.
Okay, great.
If it's on the right side, they just give you whatever it is they think you want. But if you go on the left side and you click the drop-down box, you can select the people that you want.
Awesome.
And now I'm over 900, I think, now. So if you go in and you add maybe 5 to 10 every morning just before you get started with your day, it'll ramp up very quickly, and you'll see how many you have in your business circle because it'll show how many are there.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay? But just keep ramping it up because and then some people will add you back and some people won't, or it might take you a long time for them to add you back. But they eventually will add you back.
So if they add us, then we get to see what they post, but because we added them, they get to see everything that we do. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And you guys, I want to remind you, you need to sit with your shoulder turned in. Remember that? I don't see many of you doing that.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I was on the angle.
Yep. Okay, good. So Iris, you've been really quiet.
Yeah,
So,
I raised my hand.
go ahead.
So last week I asked a couple of questions and I never came up on the screen. Am I on the screen now?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
And it may lag because of the, there's nothing we can do. I'm at 100 megabytes per second, and it's still lagging. So we can only do the best that we can. I've done everything I can. So right now, you're talking, but I still see Debbie.
It's not a lag. It's that I wasn't on screen at all last week, and I'm wondering.
You on the screen now. See, I'm clicking on you, but it doesn't want to make any changes.
Well, when I click on Iris, I can see her, and she's on the big screen.
Yeah, I can click on her. And
There you are.
Oh,
Yeah. There's Iris.
See, it takes a little time. And if somebody talks ahead of you too fast, then you don't get to be up very long, or it might overcome what you're doing.
Well, then I have a question. It's related to Iris's. Last time when we were on, every time someone spoke, their image immediately popped up to the larger screen instead of the little one below. But this time that's not happening. And I don't understand, like, is there a magic setting to allow that to happen? You know what I mean?
Magic setting. I love it.
I don't know that there's any madness with you. There you go. See how long it took for you to come up?
But nobody is popping. Nobody's image is popping up when they speak. I have to click on them to see their larger image.
Yeah.
And before
that's what I was
automatically.
That's exactly what I was doing last week as well. So we only have maybe 1 minute left. So does anybody else have any questions? This has been a really good discussion today. You guys just did an awesome job. So would you just quickly introduce yourselves, Cynthia?
Hi, I'm Cynthia.
Go ahead and start. Or actually, Sumaya's already up, so let's do Sumaya.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Sumaya O'Grady, Soul Alchemist. And I have a 7-step system that's based on 30 years of experience. I guide leaders and speakers to excuse me, I guide leaders and speakers to resolve inner conflicts and unleash their joy so that they can connect more deeply to their soul and then experience a confidence that's soul deep and unshakable.
Okay, awesome, Sumaya. So we're gonna. I don't want all of you to do your 30-second because we don't have enough time. So Lori, go ahead, quickly introduce yourself if you would.
Hi, my name's Lori Lockyer, and I'm a health coach.
Perfect. And how can people reach you?
At LoriLockyer.com.
Awesome. Thank you. And Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda Patton, the event expert, and you can reach me at www.wainfleetinc.com.
Good job. And Iris?
Hi, I'm Iris Stallworth Grayling, and you can reach me at www.theempoweredempress.com.
That she is. And Cynthia.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Stott, international speaker mentor, best-selling author, and the creator of thespeakersummit.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, all of you. And we will be back together next week, and we'll be talking about some of those answers that you were looking for. And I look forward to seeing how all of you look next week. It's such a big improvement from one week to the next, and I hope you're working on your masterminds. So until next time, Charlene Reeves, Maximize Your Wealth Now TV, and the Celebrity Guest Expert Gold.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.